What's it mean to you to be a speaker here at Teutopolis KC Hall?
It's an honor. The success that Teutopolis has had, with their athletic programs, the coaches, players. Now you add the fathers, grandfathers. I was blessed. I had a great father, great grandparents, my mom. I mean, the family support that was shown here today. It's easy to see why, they're so successful.
In your experiences of coaching, but also playing, what have you learned in all of your time of doing both?
A lot. A lot. I said earlier, obviously, the life lessons that are learned through the game, just following directions, paying attention to the little things, dealing with adversity. You're dealing with adversity a lot of times, multiple times during a practice. The camaraderie, the brotherhood that you develop, not only with the players, but, with your coaches, with the families, with the student body. It's an amazing opportunity, and it's an amazing experience. I'm old school, I guess. I don't think you can focus on the fundamentals enough. But just the old adage of getting in the gym. It was pretty simple when I was a player. We didn't have those things that you got in your hand right now. We didn't have social media. We didn't have a lot of the distractions that young people have today. So just staying focused, really having a strong belief that if you buy into the process, that you can be really successful. And it's what we just talked about, the relationships that are built, through being on a team sport are lifelong relationships. Because you look back when Butler, we were fortunate. When Butler got to the championship game, we beat them one of those years. When Wichita State made it to the Final Four, we beat them on senior day. It just gives you confidence and hope that if you continue to put in the work, that good things can happen to you as well.
What are the differences now with the whole transfer portal, but also take that out of it and now recruiting, trying to get maybe 4 years out of an athlete, but it's getting tougher with that being said now?
Well, with the portal, there's just so many more kids getting in it. Not having to sit for a year and establish that 1 year of academic residence has made, huge. Even before the NIL got involved, the portal and not having to sit was something that's a major factor. And then now you add the NIL dollars to it. The landscape is completely different. And, I don't have it figured out. What we're trying to do with our current roster is we're trying to be just a little bit older. We're trying to get some guys out of the portal. We're trying to get some 2- and 3-year junior college guys. But again, that doesn't mean, we're at the end of the day, you got to get high character guys that want to be coached, that want to get their degree. That's who we are at Eastern. We want every guy to make sure that they walk across that stage and they get their degree when their career's over at Eastern.
Favorite moment playing? I know you were Mr. Basketball, but favorite moment as a player, but also favorite moment so far being a coach?
Boy, Tyler, you got good questions. Probably as a player was probably winning that second state championship. There was a lot of pressure on us, to break Quincy's record. We did that up in Lance Gym. But then you felt like if you didn't go on and win that second one, it really wouldn't be the final chapter to the story. So just being able to grind it out and come out on top, that's probably my most memorable as a player. As a coach, I don't know if I could just pick out one, to be honest. When we were at Edwardsville, I was talking about Mike Hardy, who was on the team. We won the region tournament to go to the Elite Eight. That was a pretty neat moment for us, and we did that 4 years. So that was pretty special. Obviously losing Belmont and Murray State out of the league, you had two of the elite programs. Year in and year out, they could be in the top 25. So to think that the rest of us don't have a better chance to win the conference tournament and see our name pulled on Selection Sunday. And we're growing. This is a big year for us. First year was tough. Second year tough, but we got better in a lot of areas. We need to continue that growth process, and our hope is that that we will compete for a championship and have a chance to play in the NCAA tournament.
The game against Iowa, first time EIU beat a big-time school like that, and to come back like that in the second half, what were the emotions like knowing that you guys were all over ESPN?
I mean, our phones were blowing up, and I've had a lot of people say I need dance lessons after watching the video in the locker room. But honestly, that's why we do this. That's why the players are up at 6 a.m. lifting weights. That's why they're in there getting extra shots up. It's coaches. You wish, every player that you ever coach could experience that. As I said earlier, if you could bottle that emotion that was going on in there and sell it, you'd make millions of dollars. But that's the beauty of being on a team and being able to accomplish something that maybe people really didn't think, you had the opportunity to, and to do it together and share it together like that. We had several fans and boosters there at that game, but it was an incredible bus ride home.
And how about this, folks? Eastern Illinois was 31.5-point underdogs today against Iowa in men's basketball, and this was the seed after the Panthers pull off a stunning upset. 92-83, it's EIU's second ever win over a Big Ten school, and it's the largest spread upset in Division I men's basketball game this century. Think about that. 31.5 points. They went to Iowa, and they beat the Hawkeyes. Pretty impressive.
Who would be your biggest role model?
I'd say my parents. Nobody's done more for me than my mom and dad. I was really close to my father. He gave me enormous support as a young player growing up to when I was coaching. But Larry Bird was always somebody that he was a player that wasn't a great athlete and was tough and skilled. He's somebody. Rick Leasty, Jay Scheidler, guys in my hometown. They were high school players. They won state championships and 1972 and 74. So and the way they played, you were there. And you wanted to be like those guys.